How's it going, YouTube? Ba weep grana weep ninny bong. Today we will be taking a look at the Transformers the Movie Studio Series 86 Quintesson Gnaw, the Sharkticon. Oh man, this thing is really cool. Really, everybody's been waiting for a better Sharkticon than what we got from the Titans Return line. Even though that one was a pretty cool figure, it just wasn't, you know, it wasn't what we wanted as collectors, really. And now we have this, basically the one of the best versions of this character to ever come out, best figures of this character to ever come out. And this is really cool, especially for a fairly affordable price. I got this at Big Lots for $23. Come over to the side, we get this artwork of Gnaw, and then on the back we have robot mode and his Sharkticon mode. The display stand is the Mockery of Justice one. I believe we saw that with I think it's the same one we saw with the Voyager class Hot Rod, I believe. I just noticed this is a sticker. Yeah, so really cool. There's not a whole lot to show on the box for this one. Just like this little bit of artwork here, and then of course the pictures of robot mode and Sharkticon mode. Pulling that off to the side, we'll bring in the figure, and here he is in his Sharkticon mode. This is the deluxe Sharkticon Gnaw, and he looks really cool. I love the colors. I love that this, really nice glossy plastic they used on the gray and the purple with the paint. The nice glossy paint they used, and that matches the glossy plastic they used down here. Very nice, very accurate shape to the cartoon itself. You do see his robot legs here on the sides, but it's not too unsightly in my opinion. Could just be kind of some detail on the sides. So for a quick size comparison in this mode, here he is with the Alicon that we got, and they look good together. They really do. Even though this is from the Earthrise line and this is from the Studio Series, I do believe that the lines do intermingle fairly well, and just the G1 aesthetic comes across really nicely between these two figures. For a comparison to a regular deluxe car, here is the Studio Series Bumblebee. So, in this mode, he is fairly well articulated. The legs, these are basically the robot arms. So he has a full swivel here, hinge in and out, rotation at the bicep, hinge at the elbow, or in this case it'd be the knee, and then nothing at the foot. The tail can rotate and then can swing up and down. That's about it. I think there's a third-party upgrade for this that it's just all completely ball jointed, so it's completely articulated. He does have this gun that can plug in on the side, and then that can move up and down where it plugs in. This fin can move because it's on a 5mm port, and then these arms can move forward and back, and then they also have an elbow. No other articulation. And then finally, the articulation that's most important for a Sharkticon figure, this mouth opens extremely wide. You can see the head in there, but I like how they have like this, so it's almost like a grinder design. And then all of his teeth are painted in a really nice bright silver. And then I like this metallic green they used on the eyes as well. Just kind of going all around the figure. This charcoal black they used is really nice. Um, Now, when you get this figure out of the package, the whole top assembly here is separate from the figure. I'll show that in in our transformation segment, but um, to begin transforming him, you basically want to start by pulling off his accessories. So here's the gun and the mace. Uh, you can pull this off if you want. They say just rotate it and then bring this all forward. So you can open this up, bring the head back, and then bring it forward. And actually, the part that comes apart, it comes separate in the package, is this whole assembly here. And it has this sliding rail that just slides in here, like so. So that's how that comes in the package. And then you just slide it on yourself. What's next? So we want to get these legs out. Just pull his legs out and straighten them out. And then this whole panel will come in these two little tabs on the sides. We'll plug into these slots here, like so. And then this is really cool. This whole assembly here, the chest completely rotates, and all of this is detailed underneath. These are details you'll never see because it's pinned, but all of it's detailed very nicely all the way around. Just absolutely beautiful. And the piece is completely painted. I believe this part is actually the same as this dark gray. I believe it's that same dark gray color painted over with this really nice creamy off-white, which is really, really cool. Just a lot of paint used in this figure, between the face of the figure, the whole chest of the figure. Yeah. So you just want to bring this whole assembly back, and there's a T-shaped peg here that will go into this slot. And that just plugs in, and it kind of pushes this fin out a little bit. You can kind of tuck these arms wherever you want. Just have them wrapped around these panels here. Bring the arms down and flip out the fists. And then bring this down, bring his head up, and alright. There is Gnaw in his robot mode. And he does have heel spurs, but as you can see here, he doesn't really need them. Even in a dynamic pose, I mean, he doesn't really make too much use of those heel spurs. You know, he doesn't necessarily need those heel spurs. However, they are there, which is really nice. Nice inclusion. And there he is in his really nice robot mode. And he's a chunky boy. He a chunky boy. It's got kind of long arms. I'm not sure how accurate that really is. It doesn't bother me too much. I think he just kind of has odd proportions anyway. So why shouldn't the arms kind of have odd proportions themselves? He's solid. This thing is solid. Really nice figure. Articulation, the head's on a ball joint. However, it's kind of on an angle, so that's kind of its natural pose. He's looking into his chest. Bring it up, and that's how he looks forward. That's as far up as you can really get it. it's on that panel for transformation as well. But yeah, that's pretty much the head. Just swivels and then up and down a little bit. Not really any confused look. This can move up and down just because it's the, beast mode jaw. Arms, same articulation as with the legs. So rotation on the shoulder, in and out, bicep swivel, hinge at the elbow that gets you a little more than 90 degrees, and then this can hinge in and out if you need it to. Nothing at the waist, unfortunately, just due to the way that he transforms. Very nice detail all throughout this chest. The hips can move forward that far, back that far, for basically the full Monty. He can go out just that far on his, so you're not going to get anywhere near a full split unless you bring him forward and bring him out. And you can do that split. That's about the only way you'll get a split, though. He has a thigh swivel, cut joint in the middle. Not terrible. Breaks up the sculpt just a little bit. That's not too bad. He has a knee joint proper for 90 degrees, and then he has this ankle joint back. So you can get like that. I said ankle joint because, it's kind of like he's wearing a boot, and that's kind of like his forward or downward point with his foot. And then he has this crazy ankle rocker that's not attached in any way. Just like slice his foot off. And then once again, these heel spurs really are optional because he doesn't need them. He can hold his weapons, so he can hold his mace, and the best way to do it is to bend this away from the spikes and then just plug it into his hand like so. And he has his mace. And then he also comes with this rifle, just because the G1 figure came with it, I guess. And he can hold that really well too, even though it's kind of out of character. So yeah, he's pretty cool looking. I'm gonna transform this Alicon real quick off screen because it's just a quick transformation. And just a very nice Sharkticon figure. So here he is with the Alicon. So you can see about the same height as the Alicon. And then also for more comparisons, here he is with Grimlock in robot mode. Doesn't even come up to his waist. Here he is with Cup. A little bit shorter than Cup. And here he is with Hot Rod. So a little bit shorter than Cup and Hot Rod. A lot shorter than Grimlock, about the same as the Alicon. And this kind of really bent out. So, yeah. Pretty cool. And then also, if you so desire, you can take this mace, and Cup can hold it, of course. So he can go around bashing the Alicons with their own tails. So yeah, pretty cool figure. I definitely recommend it. And I know a lot of people like to army build these sort of things. I only like really having one of each. So I only have one Sharkticon, I have one Alicon. But I know like I've seen some people on Facebook who have like 16 Sharkticons still inside the box. It's crazy. Yeah, he's really cool. The $20 price point for this figure, not bad. He definitely feels more worth it than the Bumblebee figure did that we got from the Netflix uh, War for Cybertron trilogy series. He feels more worth that $20 than that Bumblebee does at a little bit of a bigger price or bigger size. I think he might be about the same height. Um, Definitely goes really well with the Alicon, and I can see if somebody were to have a huge, just huge display of just Sharkticons and Alicons and Grimlock being their king in his dinosaur mode. It'd be pretty cool. Just kind of in the pit of judgment. Just having a pit of judgment scene played out with Cup and Hot Rod as well would be cool. So I'd like to definitely recommend this figure. He's really nice. I've only seen 2 or 3 of them at local shops in my area, but I'm sure he's popping up all over the place everywhere else. So, very cool figure. This has been my review of the Transformers Studio Series 86, Transformers the movie, Sharkticon Gnaw. And until next time, till all are one.